even exceeded our dear neighbors in Finland. So this is a moment that we have very much look forward to. So in India, the population is about 1.3 billion. Estonia is 1.3 million. So we visited Punjab last week, and for example, in Punjab, there's a city called Jalandhar. Oh, even they have more people. And what's really interesting about Estonia, it's a highly digital country. So 99% of the government services are online. So we do everything online. Taxation, healthcare, health records, everything is online. But we like to say that there are two things that you cannot do online in Estonia. So one is you can't get married online and you can't divorce online. But the rest of it, you can do online. And now let's look at a very short video about Estonian education, so you get a brief understanding how it works there. Give us just a minute.
Revolution of the entire education system and top rankings in PISA testing and international Olympiads, while incubating brilliant edtech companies and much more. First, the innovative startup mindset. We are confirmation that the significant changes decisively implemented in the 90s have worked thanks to innovative reforms. We dare to change things. Nowadays, we change the whole world piece by piece. Home of Skype, Wise, Bolt and others, Estonia has one of the highest number of startups per capita, which includes brilliant edtech companies reshaping the education scene. Second, the digital society. Project Tiger Leap, proposed by now former President of Estonia, Toomas Hendrik Ilves, led to the digitization of the whole public sector from governments to tax returns, boosting innovation and transparency in many fields. In education, for example, there's eSchool, an online platform working as an e-diary, a learning environment and report card for students, a communication channel for teachers and parents, and a source of valuable statistics for state and municipalities. With many textbooks digitized, much of an Estonian student's school bag is in the cloud. But third, and perhaps most important of all, the ambition and curiosity to learn. Through the generations, Estonians have held education in school in high esteem. Schools maintain a high degree of autonomy to create their curriculum and learning methodology. Lifelong learning has become a lifestyle. And not just schools and students, but the whole country takes pride in the top rankings in PISA testing and international Olympiads. Let's have a look at our education system. In Estonia, pre-primary education is not only childcare, but also part of learning, with a curriculum and substantive and methodological activities. 94% of 4 to 7-year-olds participate in the activities of preschool establishments. In the case of general education, featuring learner-centeredness and formative assessment, let PISA 2018 results speak for themselves. Estonia's basic education is top ranked in Europe and among the best in the world, with a school day and school year shorter than in many other countries. In 20 years, Estonia has reformed the entire vocational education system. We've optimized the school network, modernized the curriculum, and upgraded the infrastructure. Moving from vocational education to higher education and vice versa is becoming increasingly popular. Alumni of Estonia's universities have founded world-changing businesses, and our higher education is internationally attractive. 11% of students are from abroad, from 125 nationalities in total. It's no wonder, as our most prominent universities earn prestigious, globally recognized THE and QS rankings. Our research is world-class. 10% of our scientific articles are among the most cited articles in the world. The S-Cube satellite, electric Formula car, and self-driving car are examples of extraordinary student projects. Youth work creates vast opportunities for the self-development of all young people, aged 7 to 26 in Estonia. As many as 87% of those involved in youth work are very satisfied with the experience. Decisions affecting youth are made together with young people. One of the best examples of this cooperation is the right to vote in local government elections from the age of 16. Lifelong learning has become a lifestyle in Estonia. Acquiring new skills, retraining and completing unfinished schooling are popular. 19.7% of all 25 to 64-year-olds attended at least one training course in 2018. This indicator holds fourth place in the European Union. And digitally speaking, we embrace the possibilities of technology throughout the education system. Educational institutions have modern IT infrastructures. We use digital textbooks, e-diaries and other digital solutions. Digital skills are a paramount part of the educational work in schools, as well as in the training programs of teachers. And edtech companies such as Aircall, Dream Apply, Linguist, Planbeat Education, OPIC and many others actively contribute to the export of Estonian education. This is how you become an education nation like Estonia.
So the Estonian education system uses inclusive system, which means that children with different abilities and disabilities learn all together in one group. Most of the Estonian education system is publicly held, more than 90% definitely, and education in Estonia is free of charge. Only preschools have a very, very small fee, and in school and preschool they eat, and in preschools they even take small naps during daytime. Because as we have traveled here in India and visited very many different schools and preschools, it has been an eye-opening experience that the preschool day is very short here compared to Estonia. Because the Estonian preschool day starts 7:30 and the parents pick the children up at about 5:30. So it's a long day and children also nap there. And schools and principals, they have a lot of autonomy, which means that they can choose, we have this national curriculum, but they can amend it, adapt it based on their own needs, and also they can choose the learning materials that they are comfortable with. And in preschools, 94% of children are enrolled. It's not mandatory, but still it's highly popular. And we of course have our set of goals in the curriculum, but children don't even understand in preschool that they are learning, because the learning is all only through play. For example, in an Estonian preschool or school, you don't see many students reciting. So they have a lot of group work, and it's a very flexible, we have a lot of free play. But of course, we have our own challenges. It all might sound like a dream, the education is free of charge and we're very high ranking in the PISA results, but we have our own challenges. So one of the biggest challenges in the education system in Estonia is the lack of next generation teachers. And the teachers are the most important part in education. And this is because the salary comparing to the average salary in Estonia is quite low. The workload is huge, especially during the time of COVID. It was extremely difficult for teachers. And the expectations are super high, especially by the parents who are more and more demanding when it comes to education. So we have our own challenges as well. And also the inclusive education system. Of course, for children it's nice, but for the teachers, you can imagine if you have one child with a disability, maybe hyperactive, even one child in your group, and it's very difficult and stressful for the teachers because they have to amend their activities according to these children, and they don't have enough time to provide activities for the rest of the children. And also our digital innovation, it might sound like we are highly digital, but still, for example, we lack Estonian language e-learning materials. So the government has provided devices, but no content. Okay, and about some trends in Estonian education system. So these are the things that are written in all the strategical documents in the Estonian education system. So I will go through them one by one as well. And the first is digital innovation. So in Estonia, we see technology as an enabler. We start from very, very early on, even in the preschools. We already have digital literacy as one of the skills. We teach robotics, coding, and so on. And why do we do this? Is that Estonia has understood that if we don't teach our children to use technology, then technology will use them. Technology even now plays a huge role in the daily life of children, and in the future it will play even a bigger role. So we need to prepare the children for the high-tech future that is ahead. And as it was in the video, so we have more than 90 preschools that use e-diaries. Also, we have e-diaries in the schools, and for e-learning, my own company, Alpha Kids, is one of the most. The games are age appropriate, and what is really interesting is that the games are combined with off-screen activities. So this is very important that the children are not just left with the devices, but to integrate the technology to the daily activities in preschools and as well as at home. So all the content that we create together with researchers and teachers, and it's based on local culture. So every culture that we offer our content to, we have the local birds, local animals in the games. For our company, we have a very strong foundation. And here you can see how the localization process works. So we don't change only the audio files and translations, but we change the content as well. So for example, a child learning the rectangle, in Estonia it's the Estonian flag, Ukrainian flag, and in India the Indian flag. And also we have all the birds of India. So Alpha content, it's age appropriate with 4 difficulty levels. Let's see, I will try to demo it as well if it's technically possible. But yes, we have more than 75 educational games. We add new games every month, and now we have pilots in Hindi, English with Indian culture, Marathi, and next month we will publish Tamil, Punjabi, Gujarati, Kannada. And our application is also usable offline, so if you don't even have internet, then you can download the app and use it offline. And we have fun features like the audio speed adjusting for children with special needs, or if it's not the native language for the child. And also, personalized education is something that we deal with as well. So for the Indian market, early next year, we will publish also the analytics, learning goal analytics, and together with AI recommendation, because we are tracking the usage pattern of the children. Because some children learn best in the evening, some learn best in the morning, some learn best when they 3 straight days for a week now, and it has been a lovely, lovely experience. So the Indian hospitality is truly something else. We have never experienced this before in our lives, so it has been really fun. We have seen so many differences, but also similarities how we work. So it has been an interesting